Hey guys, do you feel like you're stuck in a rut or unable to overcome an obstacle? Stick around and I'll help you navigate through that question. What's up guys, my name's Michael. Welcome to Levor Insights, where I give you insights from movies and books, as well as insights from my personal experience to give you the courage to follow your passions and dreams. I briefly go over the life of Japan's greatest swordsman, Miyamoto Musashi, his way of life, and how you can use it to improve your life, overcome obstacles. Let's get started. Before we move on, let's go over this quote. Every day when one's mind and body are at peace, one should meditate upon being ripped by arrows, rifles, and swords. Generally speaking, the way of the warrior is the resolute acceptance of death. Now that we entered the mind of Miyamoto Musashi, let's go over his life. Miyamoto Musashi was born sometime in 1584 in the Harima province, now known in Japan as the Hyogo Prefecture. He was raised by his uncle Dorin in the Shorin temple, learning Zen Buddhism, reading and writing. He fought and won his first duel at age 13, and at around age 15 to 16, he left the temple with his ambition to become Japan's greatest swordsman. He spent much of his life alone in the wilderness, training and developing his two-sword technique. He fought in major battles. One in particular was the battle between the Toyotomi and Takagawa clans, in which he was on the losing side, the Toyotomi, but fled with his life intact. In his lifetime, he fought one-on-one battles, over 60 duels, and never lost because of his use of technique and psychology. His two major battles, one was with Baiken, the other Sasuke Kojiro, also known as Gonryu. In his battle with Baiken, Baiken fought with a ball and sickle, also known as a kusarigama. And the great thing about this weapon was, first, it was unpredictable. Second, it was almost like having two weapons in one. If he threw the spiked ball and you dodged it, he would come at you with the sickle. And if you dodged his sickle, he would just come at you with a ball, the spiked ball. Musashi, knowing this, knew that he had to use a different technique from other enemies Baiken fought. Musashi used his two-sword technique, one long sword and one short sword. And when he fought Baiken, he attacked first. He struck first to keep Baiken on his toes. Normally, Baiken would be the one to strike first, and his unpredictability became an advantage. However, with Musashi using his two weapons and striking first, he kept Baiken on his toes, and he ultimately won. In his battle with Gonryu, Gonryu was a swordsman like no other because he used a longer sword. He was pretty arrogant. After defeating so many enemies and having no one else rival him, it made sense. Musashi, knowing this, had a different strategy in mind. He carved his own sword out of a wooden oar, and his sword was actually much longer than Gonryu's. In addition to that, on the day of the battle, he came late and wore a dirty towel above his head to mess with Gonryu's mind. And all of these tactics work. Gonryu, seeing Musashi like that, really pissed him off. He saw the boat, he saw him come late, he saw the dirty towel, and he saw a wooden oar. And to Gonryu, it was like a slap to his face, and he was infuriated. And this took away from the fact that Musashi had the longer sword. Ultimately, he won the battle. So what does these battles teach us about life? Musashi's opponents relied on their training and their unorthodox weapons to win. Ultimately, they relied on technology and what worked in the past. Musashi, on the other hand, relied on the present moment, how his opponents would react to his actions and improvised action. In the same way, we need to be our own strategists. Understand that every day has its own set of circumstances, and every day is going to be a different day. Many times, we rely on a routine to get us out of a rut, but know that routine can get us stuck. We can end up being stuck in a box and creating a bubble that was never there to begin with. Like Musashi, use everything that you have at your disposal. First, your mind and your body, and everything else as an extension to that. Musashi relied on his mind, body, psychology, technique, element of surprise, present moment to overcome his opponents and defeat them. When we're faced with problems, we tend to rely on our preconceived notions. Being strategic is not like following a recipe book. Don't rely solely on books, techniques, and formulas to solve a problem or get out of a rut. Many times we ask ourselves, oh, if only I had this training, if only I had this kind of learning, I would have avoided that problem completely. While it's important to reflect on the past, learn from mistakes, it is equally, if not more important, to be aware of the present moment and live in the present. So those are my insights for today, guys. If you are a new viewer, consider subscribing to my channel. Put a thumbs up or a thumbs down letting me know what you guys think. Leave a comment down below if you'd like to join the discussion. You can reach me at my social media down below, my Facebook, Twitter, and email accounts, letting me know what video topics, idea topics, or collaboration topics you'd like to have with me. That's it for now. Peace out and sayonara. Oh yeah, down below I have a few links I'd like to share. One is from the History Channel from Mark Dacascos, and it talks about his journey to Japan and how he wanted to discover the life and path of Miyamoto Musashi. That's a great video. A lot of his content I took and incorporated into this video. And also another video I'd like to recommend is Biographics, where it goes more into detail of Miyamoto Musashi's life. Both videos are well done, so check them out. Give them a thumbs up, support, subscribe. Bye guys. That's it for now.